in and start it. Happy Monday, everyone. Um, so I think uh, this space is to reveal the winners, but it it is kind of a big spoiler if both of the winners are up here on stage with me. So um, yeah, and also if you know the MoonDAO community, you can also see all of our votes. So you could also see transparently who won the ZeroG competition. But yeah, joined here by both Ellie and Anastasia. Um, and yeah, huge congratulations to both of them for winning. Um, I think yeah, I so there were some questions about how the voting mechanism worked, and to be honest, I had to watch some YouTube videos with runoff ranked choice voting too, because yeah, so it can be a little confusing. Ryan is our ranked choice expert here in the community, and yeah, you'll see that some people. So we had 10 people that we voted on inside of the community to choose the winners, and some appeared to have zero votes, but they didn't actually have zero votes. They actually had many people that voted for them too. But the way that the votes work is you rank all 10 options, and then it'll actually look at the 10 people and everyone's rankings, and then it'll remove the lowest voted one, and then it'll recalculate the top nine, remove the ninth, and so on and so forth. And then so the results only show the top two winners, which are the top two that won the ZeroG ticket. So yeah, huge congratulations to Ellie and Anastasia. Wish we could all like clap somehow, but not sure if Twitter Space has that. Yeah, maybe I'll kick it over to you, Ellie, to say some words. But yeah, super excited.
Oh my gosh, talk about excited. I'm very excited and just so grateful for this opportunity. I feel like the competition was very stiff and there were some great people that also were, in this competition. So I'm beyond thrilled. It's a great Monday. And I'm really looking forward to this experience. I remember seeing Scott Manley do a ZeroG flight. And I think that's the first time I really heard or, was aware of it. And it just looked so much fun. And I'm really looking forward to sharing the experience and getting to know Anastasia. So I think we'll become great friends.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I'd like to kick it over to you too, Anastasia. Um, yeah, so excited for the two of you. I think yeah, I'll 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 let you speak, Anastasia. Sorry.
Good morning. Yes, it's honestly it's wonderful news in the recent year, I think, and it's really amazing because I've been thinking about the parabolic flights since I started to do my space career. And back in Russia, it was very expensive. Here, it's also very expensive. And I was thinking, no, I will go there for sure. With when I would be training as a cosmonaut or for any other space projects or doing the experiments. And hey, it's dream come true because I am doing it through a big space project, MoonDAO. So thank you guys so much for your trust and support. And yes, we had wonderful contestants with us. So many amazing people from Brazil. And Julio, he does a lot of things for his country. And I think he's a pioneer of bringing all these space resources and research and experiments into the country among the young people. I know how it's important. So, yeah, big shout out. And I'm really happy to meet, although like virtually, all the community. And it gives hope that out there in the world there's so many a lot of altruistic and just kind people that support each other and not compete. I think it's so rare these days. And of course, I'm happy to meet Ellie. So there will be 2 space journalists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, we 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 really have to say that there are so many other incredible entries into this competition. It was a very, very, very difficult decision, and yeah, I think all of the people who entered, they will also be receiving life ships. So that's a group that we've partnered with to send their DNA into space. So as a thank you for entering into the competition, we'll be sending everyone one of those, and then also, um, so if we, um, I'm not sure if we've announced this yet, or if we've said anything publicly about this, but if we don't fill the ZeroG flight, we can go in ranked order with all of the other voters and then backfill it. But we'll see. I mean, so MoonDAO has the entire. We've chartered the entire ZeroG flight. So we have 30 seats in total, and yeah, we're going to be selling some of these seats. So yeah, I think we actually just received the news though that ZeroG they had some um, FAA compliance stuff that they had to figure out, and so they actually had to reschedule the zero G flight, and we're working right now with the astronauts. So the flight is with Nicole and Doug Hurley, Nicole Stott and Doug Hurley, and we're figuring out the new timeline on this. So um, we'll see where it lands. I think Ellie and Anastasia, yeah, we've sent you guys some DMs about that, but that kind of happened in the last few days, so we're trying to figure out our how we're gonna navigate it, and we'll yeah, I mean we'll let you guys know what dates they throw out at us, and we can all figure out which ones are best for everyone. Um, but yeah, we're still kind of up in the air about that. Yeah.
Up in the air, is that a pun?
We're up in space about that.
Yeah. No, it's very exciting, and again, I'm so thankful to the MoonDAO community also for putting on such an amazing once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, this is something that, as we mentioned, it is quite expensive, and so I'm super honored to be able to be a part of this. And so if we have to wait a little bit, it's all right.
Yes, agree. And I guess all the other information about the flight itself would be coming later on. Because I also had a question if I can bring, maybe if I can be useful, not just flying, but maybe bring an experiment. What do you think about that?
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, the pushback on the date might be a blessing in disguise because we really wanted to do like a science hackathon seat too, and we were kind of bummed because we're like, I don't know if we're gonna have time to pull that off and do that. So yeah, it's something that we really want. We want to also have like a science focused seat and all that. So yeah, I think I think it would be incredible if yeah, like on on our end, we're extremely happy to host any sort of science, but I guess we'd probably have to check in with Zero G's end. Although I know that they do science experiments in Zero G all the time, so I imagine it would be okay with them, but we have to ask.
Okay, I will prepare from my side, the description, and it should be something easy, and then I can just send you guys, and yeah.
Sounds good. We got a request in from Rod, who's jumping up here on stage. How's it going, Rod? How you doing?
Hey, thank you. Doing great. I just realized that actually we can ask ZeroG to adjust their concept of operations um, to make a couple of parabolas with lunar gravity. I think it would be really cool if you'll experience what actually lunar gravity is, and yeah, it could be useful just as an extension of the experiment. And I know for sure that they can do that. So it's not they can adjust the gravity.
Yeah, definitely. They actually asked us what profile we'd like, and I believe that we're doing well. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is all confirmed, but we'd be doing lunar, and then Mars gravity and zero gravity. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I've never done it, so I'm just like, I hear about how amazing it is and how addicted people get to zero gravity, but yeah, yeah, I'm super excited for this too. Yeah. Yeah, you should join us too, Rod. We should. I'm actually like this is like the MoonDAO community doesn't get together that often. So having us like do a get together in zero gravity just feels very very MoonDAO. Yeah. Go ahead, Rod.
I just want to say that I'm happy to join, but if it'll happen after mid of July, so I'm the guy who wants the flight to be delayed as long as it possible, because right now I'm in Thailand and I'll be moving from here at the end of the summer. But if it'll align with the dates, then definitely I'll try to join.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, it's also worth mentioning that the weekend, it isn't just a zero gravity experience. It's also a dinner with the astronauts. It's a behind the scenes tour of Johnson Space Center. Yeah, it's a whole experience with the astronauts and having like a whole weekend, just everyone together, a speaker series to, and then it all culminates in a zero gravity flight. So yeah, I think um, yeah, we should figure out with the organizers. Maybe we can have more people join us that won't be going on the zero gravity flight, since it's limited to just the 30 people. But maybe we can have a bigger speaker series or stuff like that. It all depends on where it ends up landing in terms of the flight. But well, we're rolling with the punches. I think yeah, zero G they're really bummed to have to move the flight back, but yeah, it's just FAA requirements. It's yeah, seems pretty common in the aerospace industry. Yeah, so we're just navigating it right now.
So this definitely will be later than June 9, right?
Yes, later than June 9th, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, I want to ask the two of you. I mean, maybe this would have been a good question to ask while the competition was running, but I'm curious what you're most excited to do, and like once you get into zero gravity. Like, is there anything that you have in mind that would be like the first thing, or yeah, like anything you guys have dreamt about with zero gravity?
I feel like just getting a hang of how to move around in there will be really interesting from people that I've talked to that have done it. Obviously there's instruction, but I don't think you're truly prepared for what it's going to feel like until you actually do it. And so I'm really excited to see how that feels. I think I'll try, every move that I can.
Yeah, and for me, it's the same how I would balance in this new environment, and also hearing stories from cosmonauts about this how many jumps of the airplane you can handle before you vomit. So for me, it was always curious how my body would handle this, and how far I can go with. I think it's like should be. I think 12 jumps is like the maximum. Yeah, so it's interesting how many we will have in this flight.
Yeah, I I hope we don't throw up too much, but I've heard that's a thing. I've also heard that like it's very counterintuitive, like how much energy you need to spend to like move in zero gravity. So what I've heard is that people will like overcompensate a lot and then like hit the ceiling or like hit the wall super quickly. But all you have to do is just a very small tap to actually move. So, um, but again, I've never done it, so I'm also guessing. I really don't know. Um, but yeah, it really is quite it's just incredible that like I love humans so much. I swear I'm a human too, but I love that humans have figured out that we can, get into an airplane and then nosedive from like a super high altitude to simulate the effects of space. And just going up and down in these parabolas. Just yeah, it's one of these things that makes me go, wow, humans are so cool. Yeah, I think yeah, and so yeah, is there anything that uh yeah, Rod, go for it.
I actually have a question to Anastasia. You mentioned an experiment that you want to conduct. Maybe you could tell a bit more about your idea. And the question to the whole MoonDAO community, what actual experiment can we conduct as well? I think it's a really great idea to use that opportunity.
Thank you. Yeah, so since I'm doing space resources, we've been discussing with my advisor how regolith, which is basically the upper layer of moon soil, behaves in actually moon gravity, because here we have on Earth many similants of the moon regolith, but it still doesn't represent how this would be behaving. We are talking about the compaction, in general, it's like all the experiments that we do here with rovers, with excavation, they don't represent 100%. And we've been talking about if we do the microgravity experiment on a small satellite or here in parabolic flight, then in a transparent box, we could have the moon simulant and we can look of the behavior of this compact regolith in it. It's something simple, at least for now, because we don't have much time during this like microgravity, what it will be up to 1 minute, right, of the free flow. So yeah, we can start with this and record it on a video. I think it will be really cool.
I think one of the we should prove that the containers are really sealed. I mean that there'll be no leak of regolith, and
Yeah,
I think
for
that's the main concern. And also, it would be amazing to film it like from all the possible angles, and maybe to have like inserted rods that that would allow to simulate effects of wheels on the really interesting, really great idea.
Yeah, so if we have more time, because we don't know when would be the flight, maybe I can start and arrange this. I will talk to my advisor.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I also want to invite anyone in the audience if they have questions for our two winners, Ellie and Anastasia, and they want to ask a question or they have any thoughts about the experience. Feel free to request and we can put you up here. But yeah, I think I'm curious if there's any like any other thoughts in your guys' heads about this experience. Are you guys scared to do it? I mean, the throwing up part doesn't seem super exciting. But is there any nervousness about actually going up into these zero gravity parabolas?
Definitely gonna take Dramamine. It's like, uh, and I have had some kind of turbulent flights in the past where I get a little nervous, but I just feel very confident in the ZeroG team, and this is such an amazing opportunity that you know it's okay to be a little nervous, but I think that it's one of those things where, I'll sorry, my cat is being very annoying. I'll do the flight and I'll be like, wow, that was, one of the best experiences of my life, and it was worth conquering the nerves.
Yeah, I think I'm also a bit nervous. I think it's, it was any experiments that I used to take before as a test subject. You don't know how your body would react to this new crazy environment. And of course, you don't want to you want to do it good. So for me it's was always this kind of motivation, how well I will do in this. I did the skydiving and I was flying on Yak 52, the Soviet plane, loops and different crazy things and up to 5G. And I didn't feel nausea, so I didn't feel that I want to vomit. And I was like, okay, that's a good sign. Because the overall goal is, of course, for me to be a cosmonaut. So it would be sad if you have really weak vestibular system. Like cosmonaut told me, there is two types. There is one type that you cannot fix it. So basically, yes, you feel sick even if you're driving on the back of the car. And this other system that actually can be trained. And cosmonauts told me stories how in the beginning they were not as tough, but then with the training, they really could handle ZeroG and the parabolic flights without feeling sick. So yeah, for me it's really interesting how this would go. And of course, a bit nervous, but it's like exciting nervous. So thank you guys again.
Rod, go ahead.
I have another kind of question. We all know that it's important to promote space exploration. It's important to make a huge impact on social media. So basically, we all looking for impressions. And my question is related: how can we make it efficient? So maybe we should think what type of content and how can we make it. And like it's a question to Anastasia, like how can we help you to make a great content for the internet, to make it really high quality, high impact, to get a lot of impressions, to spread the word about space exploration.
Thank you. Yeah, so I was also thinking to actually write an article after my ZeroG flight for space.com, and talk about the MoonDAO itself and what it brings to the space enthusiasts to this world. So I, of course, wanted to discuss with the founders of MoonDAO later on what do you think about that, and which information you can provide me as a history of MoonDAO, and maybe I'll take a few interviews. So I wanted to prepare this project and offer it to space.com. I don't know if you ever been published there, by the way.
I don't think we have, no.
Okay. So yeah, what do you think about this idea also?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I think that'd be incredible. I mean, yeah, I think in part, at least in my selection, I was looking at who would be the best communicators of the experience, that can bring the rest of the community along with them. And yeah, I think both you, Anastasia, and Ellie are going to do an incredible job with that. So yeah, I think yeah, the more that we can expand sort of the access, even if it is just through content, to like understand this is what zero gravity is. This is what's going on with your body. This is, you know, and educate the public. I think that'd be incredible. Um, yeah, Rod, go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. I mean, also, what content, like how many video cameras and how we gonna arrange that? Let's start thinking of it in advance. Sorry for interruption, Ali.
Yeah, go ahead, Ellie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a content creator for a living, so you can bet that there will be more than one video from me coming out of this. And I'm really excited to, I mean, that's kind of what I try to do with my videos already, covering SpaceX related news, is bridging that gap between kind of the public and people that are maybe not as, you know, educated about what's going on in our space industry. So I'm really excited. I mean, I feel like we haven't really talked enough about the fact that we're going to be doing this alongside astronauts. So, and then all of the other cool events that will be not only the flight, but, you know, the tour. And so definitely I want to make as much content as I can. I think across Twitter and YouTube, I have like almost 130,000 followers, subscribers. So just want to you know, make short form content, long form content, uh, and then obviously interviewing Doug and Nicole and Anastasia and as many people as I can. So that's kind of my game plan is always to interview. I mean, even when I did a video about breaking my femur pretty recently, I interviewed other people about breaking their femurs. So um, yes, I will be the eyes and ears and hopefully providing really interesting content so that everyone can feel like they're a part of it.
Oh yeah, and Ellie, it's really cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to see the professional work of TV reporter. And I think it's also, I think after this flight, I don't know about Ellie. How often do you give a talks? I mean, I will for sure do that, and you know, also include this story about the winning and for ZeroG because of MoonDAO, and that we have this amazing community, space community, space enthusiasts all together for people, you know, all over the world to see that actually you have a chance, even if you're in a country that's so far away from space, that you still can have a chance thanks to the internet, to globalization, and to the communities like MoonDAO. Yeah.
Amazing. Mitchie, I see that you requested to jump up here. Any,
Yeah,
any questions? Yeah, go for it.
yeah. I just wanted to know how you guys feel about maybe participating in some experimental zero gravity sports. We have our raffle winner is interested in space sports, and there was some discussion about maybe us playing around with some ideas and doing some experimentation there.
I'm in.
Cool.
Will it be boxing?
I cannot say. I'm not sure.
I can only
Yes, I'm in.
we all get into zero gravity and just start punching each other.
I think it'd be fun to think of something that hasn't been done before on a ZeroG flight that we can, you know, kind of do with our flight and yeah, try something new. So we should brainstorm.
Yeah, definitely. I think yeah, Justin is super excited. I mean, he writes papers about the types of like sports that we'll be able to play in space and how that's going to be a whole new dynamic. And yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about uh, scientific experiments that we can run, like the one Anastasia mentioned. And yeah, I think it's so unique to have the whole entire plane. Like it's really it would be a bummer if we don't figure out how to break some Guinness World Record or something. Like we have so many people on that flight, and everyone is like basically coordinated through MoonDAO. So we should figure something out that we can do that would be extremely unique. Yeah, Rod, how's it going?
I just realized that we also can do it in a space way. There is a thing that is called ConOps, concept of operations. And basically, it's your mission plan, it's your protocol. So it would be great actually to make it in advance and to do some kind of a training, some kind of a game, and train all the procedures, what goes after what, because actually we won't have a lot of time there to do everything. Like it'll take time for all the participants to figure out what's going on, and to make it in the most efficient way. It makes sense to do kind of training but Anastasia, maybe you could share how these types of training works according to your experience.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it will be great to have a I don't know, Zoom call with the team and discuss, brainstorm first, then finalize the plan and what we need for that. Like you also said that will there be cameras? I know that Ellie will bring her cameras, but apart from this, would the plane itself have, I don't know, cameras and footage that we could use? And just in general, I would love to get more information and instructions on the flight itself and the schedule, and from that we can also work what would be the best use of this precious time.
Yeah, and I just want to add that it could be done in a space manner. Right now, I'm referring actually to my training with Astrobotic. We had to we trained to control several rovers on the lunar surface. It was a training, so everyone had like a concept of operations in front of, but basically step-by-step guide.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very useful, and we could do the type of training just to get a feeling how actual missions are planned. So that's my main idea. I'm not sure if I'm clear enough.
Yeah, I got you. And yeah, we'll think about it also, what would be the best.
Yeah, I'm excited to put together this hackathon. I know Lucas, who's in the audience here, he's been like we're super bummed that we weren't going to be able to do it. But I think if we host the competition for what are some incredible ideas for what can be done in zero gravity, we can basically crowdsource some of these things. MoonDAO has also been working with a documentary team, and we were seeing if we could get them to join us in zero gravity too, to record the whole thing and just capture this whole experience. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities to share what we're doing, but yeah. I'm just so excited to be on this flight with you guys. This is so exciting. It's quite the group now. Yeah, I wonder. I'm trying to brainstorm. I don't think we should brainstorm right on this call. I mean we're gonna have time to do it, but I'm all ears if anyone in the MoonDAO community has any crazy ideas for what can be done in zero gravity. I'm sure that there's a lot of low hanging fruit.
I will say on my end, I'm already getting comments from people like go live or tweet from the flight. So I don't know, unless you guys have Starlink equipped, I don't think that's possible. Maybe it is. I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing.
Oh, we should definitely bring a Starlink on board. Yeah. Wait, I wonder if anyone has tweeted from one of these before, because
Or like done a little live stream. I don't know if that's possible. It probably would look terrible, but
well, I guess Yeah, with the Starlinks, it doesn't matter how high up or you are. Like, maybe it would come out.
I think, well, I think the Starlink has to be different for in flight, but we can discuss that. I'm not quite sure if it would work just a regular, you know. But hey, maybe we could try it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. As long as no one throws up on it, I think it would be.
Yeah. Is that very common, by the way? Like,
I don't know. I think Anastasia, do you know how common it is? Does everyone throw up? Is it majority or is it kind of?
oh God.
So if you don't take any help, like any medicine, then I think on the third dive, people start to feel a bit sick, and yeah, it depends on your vestibular system. And with cosmonaut trainings, they can't take any medicine. They just have to be hardcore, train, and their body should adjust to this.
Wow.
And I know that in US, actually people take the pills or injections. So I don't know how it will be this time. I guess they give the medicine, right?
Well, and don't eat something really heavy before, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to cancel the big MoonDAO breakfast we're gonna have right before. No, I think I've taken Dramamine for scuba, and it's pretty. It doesn't really mess you up much at all. I can barely even feel it. Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be similar to like altitude sickness, like right if you're doing a big mountaineering summit or something, you just might not know until you're in that situation. So I don't know, crossing my fingers that it's not terrible, but I'm going regardless, even if I feel terrible the whole time.
Yes, the same.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I've got a feeling. Um, oh, we got Lucas up here. How's it going, Lucas? How you doing? Can you hear us?
Yeah, hey guys, GM for everyone. I've been reading a lot about zero-G flights, and I saw a lot of documentation from our contractor as well. And yeah, the average throw up rate is about 15%. So it's not so high, and it also heavily depends on how hard is the transition between zero-G and 2G. It will probably be really fine. But sure, if you have a more sensitive stomach or something like that, should be a good idea to have some medicine beforehand. But yeah, I'm pretty excited that we have more time right now to think more about science and how we as a science community and as a decentralized science community can power different experiments on flight, because it's a huge privilege to have a fly for ourselves. So it allows us to have all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm pretty excited. I hope that we can figure out how to do this awesome hackathon. At my first idea, the main idea was to bring really small experiments or maybe apps that maybe could take some readings from zero-G and from everyone else that was there. But yeah, I think we'll have some time to brainstorm, and I would like to invite anyone here that is interested in thinking about how a hackathon for zero-G and how to hack zero-G to get on board our Discord and talk. We'll probably be having some cool meetings in the next couple of weeks discussing how to do experiments, what experiments we can or can't do, and also, what kind of cool stuff we can do in zero-G.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Yeah, I really mean it. We should try to break some Guinness World Records. We should just go down the list, see how many we can break. It's so unique to have the whole flight to ourselves. So um, yeah, I want to kick it over to Justin, who just jumped up here on stage, and then Rod, we'll get you in. Hey Justin, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, I think the 15% vomit rate is kind of we shouldn't ignore that. Maybe I'm definitely gonna take Dramamine. Yeah, they call it the vomit comet for a reason, I guess. We don't want people throwing up because that might cut it short. I don't know. Just my thoughts on that particular aspect. As far as experiments and things we can do, I've been pushing my sports in space idea for a while. It really, I guess, depends on how many people are actually on the flight. You do need a fair amount of space if you're going to have any kind of meaningful activities. Otherwise, yeah, people probably clump up a little bit too much. Yeah, no, I'm excited. Yeah, if we can do some kind of game while we're up there, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Otherwise, yeah, any experiments or things that we can accomplish, I think would be great.
Yeah, it would have to be a pretty unique game because I think every parabola is like 30 seconds of zero gravity, right? So we'd have to figure something out where maybe it'd be like a multiple iteration game because we get a bunch of those 30-second like windows, and yeah, we could. Yeah, it's interesting though. It's super interesting to think about these sort of things.
Yeah, you could probably get a ball from one end of the airplane to the other, right? If you've got people kind of spaced out in quadrants, is really the way I was thinking about it, where you're not allowed to move yourself beyond your particular quadrant, but you could pass the ball from your quadrant to the next, and one of your teammates would be in the next quadrant. And if you were to split the plane up into like 4 or 5 quadrants, you could theoretically score in 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited too to. So Justin is part of our space engineering guild, and he wrote a little bit about sports that could be played on the moon, and yeah, I think there really is a big opportunity there. Yeah, just like the moon is something that unites people from all over the world. Sports unites everyone too. The first intergalactic sports league, that's gonna be big. Um, but yeah, Rod, I want to pass it over to you. So you got your hand up.
I just wanted to talk about world record. A friend of mine, uh, he planted the most trees in the world in 24 hours, and now he makes that with the guys from the from my Guinness book. And I just want to say that it's a procedure and it takes time. So to officially break a world record, we have to start preparing for that as soon as possible, because like they have the procedure, and that procedure takes time.
Yeah, we might need to get the officer on the flight too if we end up doing this. Um, hmm. Could be interesting. Good bragging rights, I guess. But yeah, any other thoughts or any other questions for Ellie or Anastasia? Yeah. Also, if there were any questions about the vote or how it works, or I know there were a few questions like that. If we could answer any questions from MoonDAO's end too, happy to do that. We've got a couple requests here. Let's see. Hey, Raihan, how's it going? You're up here on stage with us. Can you hear us? Testing. Raihan.
I think now he is on stage.
Yeah, he might not be able to connect. Hey, Raihan, can you hear?
Hey, Raihan.
Guess not. Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, wait, here we go. We got one more. Let's try. Hey, Carrie. Can you hear us? Hey, Carrie, how's it going? Yeah, we might not be having much luck with this.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I forgot to unmute myself. Congratulations, ladies. And I suppose probably my only thought is I just looked at the Zero Gravity website, and they actually do have a few flights coming up this year in New York City. And New York City is severely lacking in a space exploration culture, from what I can gather, just doing a cursory exploration of the internet. And I think it would be great if MoonDAO did something, and it doesn't have to be the whole flight, but even just like one person or whatever, here in New York City to gather the attention of New Yorkers, and to start fostering a space exploration culture here. We have several abandoned airports here, and I've asked one of those like balloon space companies if they would consider having a launch port here in New York City proper, and they're starting in New York because it's basically a startup. But they said there's nothing that's holding them back. That it could be possible in the future or whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like New York is lacking in a sense of space culture. It has a great astronomy culture, but in terms of space exploration, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah. I mean, so we were given a list of potential places because originally this flight is going to be in Houston, and we're hoping to have it stay in Houston just to not mix this up too much for people. But it could be the case of, well, yeah, depending on how people's schedules line up. The astronauts, Nicole Stott and Doug Hurley, we're trying to figure out with them right now which dates work. Yeah, maybe it will end up being somewhere else, like New York, but really we just don't know at this point. So yeah, it would just be speculation right now. But yeah, I think they go to New York quite often, though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They have 2 flights coming up this year for New York City. I don't know how you all arranged it, but what I was saying was it would be great for MoonDAO to do some another maybe contest or whatever, but another competition went for the New York when they do the New York flights. I wasn't referring to this flight. I was congratulating the ladies for winning this upcoming flight, but there are 2 flights specifically for New York. If you all have a great relationship with this company, maybe they would consider, a flight, doing this again with you, but maybe not the whole flight, but just maybe one person or 2 people or whatever. Yeah. And then in the future, I think you all should do someone who isn't necessarily who doesn't necessarily have a strong social media. I know you did the raffle, but even for who doesn't have a strong space background. Let's put it that way. Maybe they have a strong social media or they have a business or, whatever the case may be, but who doesn't have a strong space background, I think that would be good too. But how are you going to do that if they're not even interested in MoonDAO? That's the question. But yeah.
Yeah, We're trying to figure out what are interesting selection mechanisms. So like, yeah, we did the sweepstakes, the ranked choice voting. Well, yeah, with our upcoming Blue Origin flight, the winner was a father of three from Beijing and China who really doesn't have a space background at all. He's never
Cool.
So that's going to be a really interesting one. I think, we're like he's not only coming to the United States for the first time, but then immediately going up into space. I can't imagine going from like 0 to 100 that fast. But he's
right.
he, he yeah he's awesome. I'm really excited to have him. Well, we're doing this documentary right now to film his entire voyage, and he's open to that also, and he's just been awesome. So yeah.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Carrie. Well, we're almost up here at the hour. Any closing thoughts, Ellie or Anastasia, before we close up here?
Just so excited and so grateful. I'm still kind of, it feels surreal. So yeah, I can't wait to meet the team and meet Anastasia and experience this and share it.
Yeah, this is likewise, Ellie, also very excited and looking forward to plan it and to get the best, the most we can get from this flight, with the coverage, with the experiments, with maybe anything else, with exercise. It's like whole, big space project now. So, and we are in this team of kind of like an astronaut. So it's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. And thank you so much, MoonDAO, for being such a open and kind community. Really, you bring hope to this world.
Thank you so much, Anastasia and Ellie. Rod, I see you got your hand up. Any closing words?
Yeah, I just want to say that actually MoonDAO is the most, probably the most open space community in the world. And I invite everyone here on the call to at least take a look at MoonDAO, join our Discord, and yeah, maybe you like and participate in our activities. Also, I want to say that every Tuesday at 1700 UTC, we have a Space Engineering Guild call where we talk about basically space engineering. And on other days, I'm really sorry, we have other guilds call. We also have a community onboarding call on Tuesday, do not remember the exact time. Just want to say that we have a lot of activities, and please join our Discord and engage in those activities. Actually, it was a community decision to conduct the ZeroG flight, and we voted for the initiative, and that's really amazing. I mean, everyone here can actually participate and decide what would be the next step. And we have a lot of different activities from space engineering to social media to actually things like ZeroG. So everyone is welcome, and we really need more people, because just there are a lot of to do. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Rod. Yeah, exactly. We have more ideas than hands. So we have this channel inside of our Discord where it's called ideation. It's just different ideas about things that we could do with the community treasury, and yeah, we have a good chunk of change in there, and we're looking actively to fund ideas, and so if you have an idea that is space related that could resonate with the MoonDAO community, don't hesitate. That channel is open to anyone inside of MoonDAO, regardless of if they're a member or not, because good ideas can come from outside, from inside, from the top, from the bottom, from wherever. And yeah, we're excited. Like what we really want to do is to get people from all over the world to discuss space and to work on space, and to just unite people through this enthusiasm and love that they have for space. So yeah, we have an onboarding call. I think it's Tuesday for you, Rod. It's Monday for me. Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific or 8 p.m. Eastern, depending on your time zone. So that would be a great place to, just kind of like have your first entry point into the community. And then after that, it's kind of like Harry Potter with the we assign people to a guild, more or less, and so we have a few guilds. We've got a growth guild, a community guild, a developers guild, and a space engineering guild. And yeah, maybe people don't fit so cleanly into those 4 buckets. So we also are potentially considering making more guilds, but we'll see. And I think we have got a bunch of stewards inside of the community that make it really easy to navigate everything, so that you're not so lost. Michi actually is one of the stewards who's up here on stage. I don't know if you want to give any words before we close up here, Michi.
Yeah, no, I was just about to do the call out for the onboarding meeting again tonight at 8 p.m. EST. So yeah, come introduce yourself. It's pretty laid back. We just, and if you have any questions about MoonDAO, we'll help answer them and try to see where we can get you involved.
Awesome. Rod. Yep.
Yeah, I just have one thing to add, is that guilds actually mean nothing but a community of like-minded people with the specific background. So it sounded maybe a bit scary that we have guilds with sign, etc., etc., etc. But it's nothing, just a mechanism that allows to just to understand who in the community and who is interested in what things. So it's just it's not so scary as it sounded.
Yeah, that's a good call out. Yeah, it's not like a huge. It really is like what you make of it. If you want to be very committed to MoonDAO and do a bunch of work for MoonDAO, that's up to you. You basically sign up and you can make a proposal and then get paid to do that work. Or it could be like super casual, and a lot of people use it as like a networking platform. You just meet a bunch of people from all over the world that love space. So yeah, it's an awesome community. I feel like that's kind of patting ourselves on the back a little bit, but I think it's an awesome community. So yeah. All right, well, let's close this up. We're an hour in, so yeah, thank you to Ellie and Anastasia for joining us, and congratulations. And Justin also. We have 3 people here that have won the ZeroG flights. So amazing stuff. Yeah, thanks everyone. We'll see you at the next one.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, bye everyone.